Hello, my name is Maria de Los Ángeles Mendoza Gonzalez, and today I'm going to talk about learning styles. Let me share my screen. Okay, here you can see learning styles as cognitive skills. Let me continue. Okay, here is. Learning strategies can be considered as part of the procedure knowledge in language learning and can be divided into processes for learning a second language and for using the second language. For example, in production, reception, and communication strategies. In this document, some taxonomies of strategies will be presented and explained to better comprehend this important topic and its influence on the L2 learning process. Okay, but what is the definition? What are learning strategies? Stern in 1982 defines learning strategies as learners engage in activities to achieve certain goals, a choice of procedures, or some form of long-term planning. On the other hand, Cohen in 1995 said that strategy can be defined as those processes which are consciously selected by learners and which may result in action taken to enhance the learning or use of a language. Then here are some general features of learning strategies. According to Oxford, these strategies contribute to the main goal, that is the communicative competence. They expand the role of teachers. As we know, it is not only to teach, but it's also contribute to motivate, monitor, etc. They are problem-oriented, involve many aspects of the learner's metacognitive, emotional, and affective functions, are flexible, can be tough, and are influenced by a variety of factors. Then to better understand this topic, it is important to define the three elements, which are processes, strategies, and techniques, and that sometimes can be confused. Valcárcel in 1995 stated that processes are a general category of actions directed by the acquisition and transfer of information. Strategies are special actions or behavior that learners use to help them learn, and techniques are used to refer to specific learner activities. Then Robin and Thompson in 1918 state that effective learners find their own way, organize, they are creative, use mnemonic, make errors work, use their linguistic knowledge, learn formalized routines, learn production techniques, and use different styles of speech. Of course, all of these can be oriented by the techniques and the strategies. Techniques focus on specific aspects of language. These can help in the sound acquisition, grammar, vocabulary, listening comprehension, learning to talk, learning to write, and learning to read. O'Malley and Camus state some conclusions about learning strategies, which are that foreign language students and English second language students show similar patterns of metacognitive and cognitive strategies used. The students reported using more cognitive strategies than metacognitive ones. And the kind of cognitive strategies that students use at the beginning level were repetition, translation, and transfer, while the more advanced students use more inferencing because, of course, they had more knowledge of the language. Oxford said that direct and indirect strategies support each other, and each strategy is capable of connecting with and assisting every of her strategy types. And she presented this taxonomy, which is dividing direct strategies, cognitive, and compensation strategies. Direct strategies, they are separated in memory, cognitive and compensation strategies. In the memory, there are some like creating mental linkage, applying images and sounds, and structure reviewing and applying action. In the cognitive strategies, we can find practicing, receiving and sending messages, analyzing and reasoning, and creating a structure for input and output. And in the compensation strategies, we can find guessing intelligently, overcoming limitation in speaking and writing. The indirect strategies also are divided in metacognitive, affective, and social. In the metacognitive, we can find centering your learning, paying attention, arranging and planning your learning, evaluating your learning, and self-monitoring and self-evaluation. In the affective strategies, it's lowering your anxiety, for example, by doing some yoga or breathing, encouraging yourself, taking your emotional temperature that is being motivated, okay, and using a checklist. And in social strategies, we can find asking questions for clarifying or for corrections and cooperating with others, which is when you work in groups or in pairs. Then Balcalcer, Coyle, and Verdus also presented a taxonomy in 1996, and here we can find three fields, which are motivation, acquisition, and automatization. In motivation, include planning, affective, and social procedures. In acquisition, include comprehension, retention, construction, and transforming. And the last one is automatization, include transfer and language use for communication and self-assessment also. Then you can see that both the Oxford and Balcarcel, Coyle, and Verdus taxonomy are have some points that are similar, but they are divided in different parts. And all of these elements are also, or have a lot of strategies and techniques to be achieved. Conclusions. When teaching and learning a foreign language, it's important to use techniques and strategies for a better understanding and language acquisition. The strategies are specific actions used to help learners to learn in a better way. Researchers have developed taxonomies to be used in the different phases of the learning process, as we can see in the Oxford and Balcarcel taxonomies. Among the most important authors, we can consider Oxford, Balcarcel, Neyman, and O'Malley. Yeah, and here are the reference, and I hope you can find this presentation useful. Thank you.